1, 2, 3, 4.
What's going on, guys? Bart here with Tully Television, and today we're going to be going over Once Upon a Time at the End of the World, number 2. But before we get into that, I want to thank everyone for stopping by, liking, commenting, sharing, all that beautiful YouTube stuff, and I hope today is the day we earn that subscription. If so, hit that red subscribe bar down below, and let's get into it. Yeah, Once Upon a Time at the End of the World, number 2 of issue 15 issues. I really like this cover because we start seeing Maceo and Esmerelda here starting their relationship. But if you're unaware of what this series is about, it's a 15 issue limited series broken up into 3 different parts. And the first part is going to be uh, how Maceo and Esmeralda met and fell in love. The second part is going to be more of when they get older, and the last part is probably going to be them wrapping up the story. It's going to span decades, this story. It's written by Jason Alexander. Uh, yeah, no. Really? Hold on. I just want to make sure because it didn't seem like Jason Aaron. Jason Aaron. All right, written by Jason Aaron, illustrated by Alexandre Tefenkiji, and colored by Lee Lowridge. Now, um, we pick up with Meso leaving the last message for his parents, so to speak, his last tape recording. We know that they were not alive when Esmerelda came into Meso's life. Her boat had sprang a leak. She happened to go into the building that Meso was living in, unbeknownst that anyone was in there. She soon discovers that he was living in there, and basically we know as the audience that he was living there on his own with his parents. Passed away. It seems as if Esmeralda has also been alone in this world. We don't really get into why this apocalypse has happened, but Meso continues to follow Esmeralda into the apocalypse. The name of this issue is the Proverbs of Survival. Esmeralda gets upset at him, asking if he has any skills. He says, "Oh, what skills? I have skills like pogo sticking and talking relentlessly about useless information." And she's like, "No. Do you have like killing skills and making socks from rats and all this other stuff?" And he's like, "No, no, I don't have any of those skills." And so basically, she's explaining to him why that's the reason why he needs to go back home and stay at where he's at because she doesn't want to keep wasting her time, basically saving him. But as the fates would have it, a tornado of trash comes along and she decides to save him. They come into this underground area where uh, Esmeralda seems to be familiar with that, and as she falls asleep, he fixes them up dinner. He was able to get a television working, and he seems to be very innovative when it comes to inventing stuff. Uh, Esmeralda's more of the survivalist, the brawn. Seems like Meso is the brains. At one point, because I wonder how far in the future this is. Because at one point, as he's talking, leaving the last message for the parents, in the beginning of the comic book here issue, he talks about how come no one ever thought about mixing peanut butter and chocolate, and it's like, how far in the future are you from this apocalypse? Because that's a pretty popular combination today. But so she gets up. She notices he made them breakfast. He was able to fix, like I said, the television. She was unaware of what cartoons were, and so she basically was like, "Well, before you go, you can stay and let's find out what these cartoons are about." So that starts their relationship together, and she promises him that if he gets into trouble, she won't save him. But at every turn that Miso needs, Esmeralda is there to help him. And we see that Miso is finally um, warmed up to, like, Esmeralda's warmed up to Miso. We discover also that um, she was something called a ranger, a wasteland ranger. And there's this book that they reference as to how to survive in the wilderness and the survival on your own. And it seems like there's this group of people that are after Esmeralda for this book because it seems like um, basically that the book is this valuable that without it, people are not going to be able to know how to survive. Or more importantly, it's also a situation in which it's to help gain and control power over people. And we find out that there's a group of people looking for Esmeralda and know that she's not working alone now, and they call themselves the Wasteland Rangers. And it looks like kind of Boy Scout. There's a guy with a fake leg there. I just noticed that now. Um, over here, but very reminiscent of Boy Scouts, I guess. And I'm wondering if that's what it winds up being, Boy Scout Survival Guide. And it's really not giving any crazy information that you couldn't just find in a regular survival book. But being that this is so far in the future, I guess, or information is not easily accessible, that these type of books must be highly valued and touted. So we now know why people are looking for her, and she didn't want to be involved with Meso from issue one. We don't know if those are the same people that have Meso as an adult, torturing him, figuring out where Esmeralda is in the future, where issue one left off. But in this issue, we see that the current story is going to be involving the Wasteland Rangers and Meso and Esmeralda going up against them in some form or fashion. And we're going to find out who the Rangers are, what the book entails, and how this book it holds any secrets, if any, for down the road of this series. I like the art so far. I like the story. It's still intriguing to me. It's still holding my attention after two issues. It comes out more near the end of the month, so issue three is going to come out more near the end of January. So we'll see. We'll see where this goes. We still have over a year left of story to go, It's still very early on in this series, but I have high hopes. It's by Boom Studios. Go check it out. Once Upon a Time at the End of the World. And until next time, peace, Snookums.